Imagine building a $1 billion empire with nothing but a smartphone, a Wi-Fi connection, and an idea. No college degree, no Hollywood agent, no corporate ladder to climb. Just you, a camera, and an audience hungry for something real. That's exactly what the people on this list did, and some of them did it before they even turned 25. The creator economy is now worth an estimated $500 billion globally, and the 10 names you're about to hear aren't just part of it, they built it. Stick around, because number 1 might genuinely surprise you. Number 10, Jeffree Star. Before beauty YouTube was even a thing, Jeffree Star was already making noise. He started out as a musician on MySpace, yes, MySpace, racking up millions of page views with his shock value pop tracks and extreme makeup looks at a time when most men wouldn't dare touch an eyeshadow palette. When he pivoted to YouTube, the platform had no idea what was coming. His tutorials were raw, unfiltered, and wildly entertaining. Fans didn't just watch him, they obsessed over him. But the real power move came when he stopped being just a content creator and became a CEO. He launched Jeffree Star Cosmetics almost on a whim, funding it with money he'd saved up himself, and within a few years, that company was valued at a staggering $1.5 billion. Not bad for someone who started with lip liner and a laptop. Of course, Jeffree Star's story isn't all highlight palettes and pink Lamborghinis. Accusations of racism have followed him across platforms for years, with old clips and messages resurfacing at the worst possible moments. His messy public fallout with James Charles in 2020 became one of the most watched drama events in YouTube history, pulling in tens of millions of views in a single weekend. And then, seemingly overnight, he vanished from LA and moved to a massive ranch in Wyoming, raising yaks and posting cryptic content that left everyone wondering what exactly is he running from. Rumors have swirled, but Star has never given a straight answer. What's clear is that even in silence, Jeffree Star controls the conversation. But compared to what came next on this list, even a $1.5 billion cosmetics company is just the beginning. Number 9, Addison Rae. When Addison Rae first started posting dance videos on TikTok in 2019, she was just a college student from Lafayette, Louisiana. Within months, she had millions of followers. Within a year, she was one of the most recognizable faces on the entire internet. She dropped out of college, moved to LA, and joined the Hype House, a content creator collective that was basically the social media version of a boy band house, except with more ring lights and drama. And there was plenty of drama. Rumors of a falling out with fellow TikToker Charli D'Amelio had fans picking sides for years. The situation boiled over publicly in 2020 when Addison was caught liking negative comments directed at Charli, something she later apologized for. It was messy, it was public, and it probably cost her some serious brand deals. But Addison Rae is nothing if not resilient. She pivoted hard. A Netflix movie, a Spotify music career, a beauty line called Item Beauty, she wasn't going to be just a TikTok dancer forever. By 2025, she dropped a track called Fame is a Gun, and Charli D'Amelio, the very person rumors claim she'd feuded with, featured the song in her own Instagram content while performing on Broadway. Whether it was a subtle peace offering or just good taste in music is anyone's guess. But either way, Addison Rae went from being known for dancing on an app to performing in the entertainment industry's biggest arenas. Not everyone manages that kind of reinvention. But the person at number 8 had a journey that was just as wild and far more record-breaking. Number 8, Charli D'Amelio. She didn't invent TikTok. She just conquered it. Charli D'Amelio became the fastest person in the platform's history to reach 100 million followers, a milestone that took most celebrities decades of work to achieve in traditional media. She did it in about a year, posting dance videos in her bedroom in Connecticut. The algorithm loved her. The internet loved her even more. But the pressure of being the internet's it girl at 16 wasn't exactly a walk in the park. Charli has been openly vocal about the mental health toll that fame at that age brought with it: the hate comments, the unrealistic expectations, the constant scrutiny of her body and her choices. When subscriber counts dipped slightly in 2020, the reaction online was almost cruel, with some fans mocking her for not reaching a milestone fast enough. That's the dark side of the follower economy. Your wins are celebrated publicly, and so are your stumbles. The D'Amelio family turned their collective fame into a Hulu reality show, giving viewers an unfiltered look at what building a social media empire actually looks like behind the scenes. Charlie also moved into acting and live performance, landing a role in Broadway's & Juliet in 2025. From her bedroom in Connecticut to the Broadway stage, that's a story arc you couldn't write in Hollywood. But if you think that's a comeback story, wait until you hear what number 7 did after nearly destroying his entire career in a single upload. Number 7, Logan Paul. There might not be a more dramatic fall from grace and comeback story in the history of social media than Logan Paul's. In late 2017, the Ohio-born YouTuber uploaded footage from Japan's Aokigahara Forest, a location widely known for a deeply troubling reason, and included imagery that no responsible content creator should have ever published. The internet didn't just criticize him, it buried him. Major sponsors dropped him overnight. YouTube pulled his ad revenue. Mainstream media called for his channel to be removed entirely. Most people would have quit. Logan Paul doubled down. He issued an apology, stepped back temporarily, and then came back with something nobody expected: a boxing career. His first exhibition fight against fellow YouTuber KZI sold over 1 million pay-per-view buys. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from disgraced YouTuber to athlete. He went on to fight Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition bout that generated massive viewership numbers and showed the world that digital fame could translate into real sporting audiences. But the real power move was the business. Logan, alongside rival-turned-partner KSI, co-founded Prime Hydration in 2022. The sports drink exploded onto store shelves worldwide and was valued at over $1.2 billion within its first 2 years. Prime became the drink of choice for a generation raised on YouTube, selling out across the UK, US, and beyond. Logan Paul didn't just survive his scandal, he used it as rocket fuel. And his co-founder? The guy who was once his biggest enemy. That story is coming up next. Number 6, KZI. Before KZI was a co-founder of a billion-dollar beverage company, he was a British teenager posting FIFA gaming videos in his bedroom. Olajide JJ. Olatunji, known worldwide as KZI, grew his YouTube channel through gaming content, then comedy, then music, and then something entirely unexpected: professional boxing. He picked fights online, literally and figuratively, turning beef into box office gold. The rivalry with Logan Paul started as YouTube trash talk and ended with 2 professional boxing matches that collectively drew millions of pay-per-view buyers around the globe. These weren't novelty fights, both men trained seriously, and the bouts were genuinely competitive. KZ won the rematch in 2019 by split decision, cementing himself as more than just an online personality. He was an athlete. He was a brand. His music career added another layer, with chart-topping tracks in the UK and collaborations with mainstream artists. But the masterstroke was Prime. Teaming up with his former rival Logan Paul, KZ helped launch what became one of the fastest-growing beverage brands in history. From bedroom gaming to boardroom decisions, KZ's arc is a blueprint for turning online clout into real-world empire. But nobody understood the power of a single Instagram post better than the woman who comes in at number 5. Number 5, Kylie Jenner. She grew up in front of cameras, but Kylie Jenner built her fortune through them. While her family's reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, gave her a platform, it was her Instagram account that became her real business tool. By the time she was 18, Jenner had over 50 million followers on Instagram alone, and she turned that attention into cold, hard cash. Her first product launch was simple: lip kits. She posted about them on Instagram, her followers went into a frenzy, and the website crashed from the demand. That's when Kylie realized she didn't need a department store or a traditional retailer. She was the marketing department. Kylie Cosmetics grew from a side project into a company generating $420 million in sales within just 18 months of launching. Forbes declared her the world's youngest self-made billionaire at age 21. Now that self-made label stirred up one of the biggest debates in celebrity culture. Critics argued that growing up in a wealthy, famous family with a built-in media platform hardly qualifies as self-made. The controversy made headlines. Forbes eventually walked back the billionaire title after questions arose about her company's reported revenue, and Kylie addressed the backlash openly. But none of that changed the numbers. She sold 51% of Kylie Cosmetics to beauty giant Coty Incorporated for $600 million. Love her or challenge her label, the woman knows how to monetize a following. What number 4 did, though, showed that sometimes the biggest scandals are the best business plans. Number 4, Jake Paul. If Logan Paul is the comeback king, his younger brother Jake Paul is the chaos king who somehow keeps landing on his feet. Jake started on Vine, the short-form video app that died so TikTok could thrive, before moving to Disney Channel's Bizaardvark, where he played a social media star. Then life imitated art, and the lines between character and reality got very blurry very fast. He was famously fired from Disney after neighbors filed complaints about the chaos surrounding his LA house, which had reportedly become a non-stop party destination covered by paparazzi. From there, Jake leaned into the mayhem, building a YouTube channel around outrageous stunts, team drama, and relentless controversy. His Team 10 content house was a circus of clashes, firings, and feuds that kept tens of millions of viewers coming back just to see what would blow up next. But then, just like his brother, boxing changed everything. Jake Paul's pro boxing record grew surprisingly respectable, with wins over former MMA fighters and athletes. He fought Mike Perry and then faced Mike Tyson in a Netflix-streamed event that broke viewership records for combat sports on a streaming platform. He also launched Most Valuable Promotions, a boxing company that positions him not just as a fighter, but as a promoter reshaping the sport. From Disney hallways to the boxing ring, Jake Paul's journey defies every expectation. But the man at number 3 started in a gaming chair and ended up on the cover of ESPN. Number 3, Ninja Tyler Blevins, known globally as Ninja, didn't just become the world's most famous gamer. He turned gaming into a mainstream cultural moment at a time when most people still thought video games were just for teenagers in basements. At his peak, Ninja had over 14 million Twitch followers and was pulling in an estimated $500,000 per month from the platform. He played Fortnite with Drake, Travis Scott, and NFL star Juju Smith-Schuster in a single stream that broke internet viewership records. Then came the most talked-about deal in gaming history. Microsoft's Mixer platform reportedly paid Ninja somewhere north of $30 million to leave Twitch exclusively for their service. The gaming world went into a frenzy. Legacy creators were stunned. And then, barely a year later, Microsoft shut Mixer down entirely. The deal that was supposed to change the streaming landscape ended with a platform closure and Ninja having to return to the services he'd left. The irony was painful and very public, but Ninja kept going. He became the first professional gamer featured on the cover of ESPN magazine, appeared at Times Square for a New Year's Eve gaming event broadcast live on national TV, and crossed into mainstream entertainment in ways no gamer had before. Then in 2024, he revealed a diagnosis that had nothing to do with controllers or cameras or skin. Cancer scare that reminded everyone behind the avatar is a real person facing real challenges. He addressed it publicly with the same energy he brought to every stream, and his community rallied around him. From a gaming chair to the ESPN cover to a health battle, Ninja's story is proof that the biggest streamers are more than entertainers. But the person at number 2 turned a YouTube channel into something that sounds more like a small country's GDP. Number 2, MrBeast. When Jimmy Donaldson uploaded his first YouTube video in 2012, he was a broke kid from Greenville, North Carolina, sitting in front of a camera with no budget and no audience. He spent years grinding the algorithm, studying what made videos work, and testing ideas obsessively, while most kids his age were worried about homework. His early content was simple counting to 100,000, reading the entire dictionary out loud. Not exactly blockbuster material. But Jimmy wasn't making videos for today. He was learning. The moment things clicked, they clicked hard. His viral challenge videos, burying himself alive, tipping delivery workers tens of thousands of dollars, giving away private islands, created a feedback loop of massive viewership and massive reinvestment. Every dollar he earned went back into the next video, each one more expensive and more jaw-dropping than the last. By 2025, MrBeast had over 400 million subscribers across platforms, making him the most subscribed individual creator in YouTube history.
And the business?
Beast Industries, his parent company, was valued at $5 billion in a November 2025 funding round. His chocolate brand Feastables is valued at over $500 million alone. He launched Beast Burger, a virtual restaurant brand that generated $100 million in sales in its first year. He landed a reality game show deal with Amazon that broke streaming viewership records. And yet, in one of the most strangely fascinating financial stories in creator history, despite a reported net worth of $2.6 billion, Jimmy Donaldson revealed he sometimes has to borrow money because his wealth is tied up in equity rather than cash. Beast Industries reportedly earned $400 million in revenue in 2024, but failed to turn a profit because of how aggressively the company reinvests. It's the paradox of creator wealth, paper billionaire, cash-strapped in the morning. But even MrBeast's staggering numbers pale in comparison to the cultural impact of the person who kicks off this list. The one who proved a single Instagram post can be worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. Number 1, Kylie Jenner, the Instagram billionaire revisited. Wait, Kylie's already on this list, you might be thinking. And you're right. But here's why she deserves to close it out. No one on this list more purely demonstrated the raw, unfiltered financial power of social media as a direct business tool than she did. Every other person on this list, the boxers, the gamers, the beauty gurus, they used social media to build platforms and then created businesses alongside those platforms. Kylie was the platform. Her Instagram was her storefront, her advertising agency, and her customer base all in one. At her peak, a single sponsored Instagram post from Kylie Jenner was reportedly worth approximately $1 million. One post, one image, $1 million. That number crystallizes exactly how transformative the shift from traditional celebrity to social media power has been. This is a woman whose company sold 51% of itself to Coty Incorporated for $600 million, not because she had a chemistry degree or decades in the beauty industry, but because she had an audience that trusted her opinion and clicked when she told them to. The debates about her self-made status will never fully go away, and they shouldn't. Those conversations matter. But the market doesn't care about debates. It cares about numbers. And Kylie Jenner's numbers have consistently said one thing louder than any critics ever could. In the age of social media, attention is the most valuable currency on earth, and she has more of it than almost anyone alive. Final thoughts: 10 people, 10 wildly different paths. But the same fundamental truth connects every single one of them. They saw the internet not as a distraction, but as a stage. And they performed like their lives depended on it, because for most of them it did. A kid in North Carolina reinvesting every dollar into YouTube videos. A Louisiana girl dancing in her college dorm. A British gamer picking fights online and turning them into pay-per-view events. None of them followed a traditional blueprint because no blueprint existed. The creator economy has rewritten the rules of fame, business, and power, and these 10 people didn't just benefit from that shift, they caused it. The next person who does this could be watching this video right now. The question isn't whether social media can make you powerful. The question is whether you're willing to show up consistently enough to find out.